Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on my vlog channel. This is Tariq and welcome to Tariq's Vlogs.
That's a vibe, that's a vibe, that's a vibe, oh that's a vibe, yeah, that's a vibe, it's a vibe.
So, please excuse the mess in my basement, behind me, whatever. It's been, it's been a little bit of a, it's been a fucking mess. This video I've been wanting to do for a long time, ever since I came back home for the summer. Freshman year, it can really affect anybody, and it's hard to deal with, and it's hard to go through, especially when you go to a school and you're by yourself and you don't have any friends there, and you're just like, ooh, what do I do? And that was basically my experience. But I had some people that I knew from my school, but I wouldn't necessarily say that we're friends. It's just, oh, I know you, but don't mean we're gonna have a fucking conversation, but I know you. But I did have one friend that I found out went there, and that made my experience better. And let me just start off by giving you like a short overview of my freshman year. Okay, so I went into orientation. I was so nervous. I didn't really talk. I talked to maybe a few people, and you guys know my friend Donna. She has the YouTube channel DxO. Yeah, I met her at the orientation. She was like the first person that I met and I was cool with. So I was like, all right, and I'm still friends with her, and she's in my little friend group, so that's fun, that's cool. And also I met someone else and I'm still cool with. But other than that, that's it. Going into move-in day was so hectic. I go to Bowie State University, and of course HBCUs, it's not the best. I mean, it's the best, but it's not like the way they operate. Let's be honest. They slack sometimes. But yeah, so moving in took a long time to move in. I went in at the start of it, didn't move in. It started at 10 a.m. I didn't get into 4 p.m. So it was a long time, I got in, I was like, oh, so my roommate, I thought I would have a single, but because the way the Bowie system is set up, if you have a roommate, it's gonna give you their student ID number and you can message them. I kept messaging them. I was on social media saying hashtag this, hashtag that. No one responded. So I'm like, okay, I have a single. And then I walk in and I see some person sitting in a dark room playing a video game, and I'm just like, here we go. And me and people, I don't know. I really fucking try, but I hate people. It's just, I just hate people. But then again, there are some people that I actually love, but most of people, just, So I walked in the room and I was very friendly. I'm thinking I'm going to be the antisocial one. He was the antisocial one, so I'm just like, okay. And he helped, well, he didn't help anything. My family helped me move in, and then he disappeared, and I see him back until later that night. And then we had Bowie, that's this thing called, it's like initiation for the guys or whatever. And basically, they tell you come outside, the tricky thing is going to be like a lit event. It literally lit. They had a torch, and you go outside. I got trapped. I wasn't about to go. They said put on the white t-shirt. Mind you, I was already wearing the white t-shirt, so I'm like, I'm not going to this thing, So I go outside. I'm hanging with my friend Danielle because I realized, oh shit, she's here too. So, and she lives on campus, so I was trying to bond and catch up with her. And then next thing you know, I get freaking swooped up by a mob full of other guys, and they said, "Well, I want to be a Bowie man," and I was just like, it's not the move. And actually, if you guys can search and find that video, and I'm in the video too. I don't know the exact title. Just search Bowie light the flame, pass the flame, something like that. It's like the initiation of freshman men going into from the older men. I don't understand. I didn't really see it's not the purpose. They was giving us motivational speeches, but that's the way they did it. I guess teach you determination. They had us holding on to each other, running and walking all around the damn campus, yelling in our face, screaming. A part of me was low-key scared, but then another part of me was like, please get the fuck out of my face, because I really don't care. But I didn't say all that, and I didn't do all that because I'm low-key a pussy. So I did that, and that was that. In classes, I recommend don't take early classes if you're not an early person or a morning person. Me, I'm not a morning person. Even 10 a.m. was too much for me. But 10 a.m. is better than freaking 9 a.m. I had a 9 a.m. class, and I was just like, oh. it was terrible, you guys, terrible. I hated it. But yeah, first semester I took 5 classes. I was okay. I made the dean's list, but I failed math. But math was math 99, which is the lowest math when you take your placement test for me, and I failed it. So I was in the lowest math, and of course I took an 8-week class instead of a 16-week. So I took the 16-week class, and that of course I took the 8-week class, and of course because I did that, I ruined it for myself and I failed. But it didn't affect my GPA, so I was happy about that, and I was able to, still get on Dean's List. So I was like, okay, I can make honor roll, so I'm going to strive to do that next semester, which I did. And then second semester is where let's talk about the end of the first semester. I felt like I was just surrounded by a whole bunch of negativity. A lot of people, I didn't really talk to a lot of people because I'm low-key an introvert, and that's just what it is. I have my little group of friends, and I'm the type of person, when I have friends, I'm like, no new friends. But I was actually open to making new friends in college. I tried to be friendly. I think I was friendly, but I don't know. What else happened? Me and my roommate kept getting into it because I'm social. I try to invite you out places. You don't want to come. My family's like, go this place, go that place. So I was like, I'm about to go eat dinner. You want to come eat dinner? Because I didn't have a friend, and I'm thinking, but you don't have friends either because you don't talk to anybody. But apparently he had a friend across the hall. But I don't really consider the way their friendship was. Did you see the football game? Did you see the basketball game? It was lit. Oh my gosh. And then he leaves the room. And then I'm just like, friends, well, me and my friends, we like to hang out for a few hours, sit, talk, we play games together, we even talk on the phone. He ain't talking on the phone, his conversations never lasted more than 2 minutes. I promise you not. Did I say that right? I don't know. But, yeah, that's exactly how it went down. So I was like, okay, let's just try to be friends. No, that's not going to happen. So I have the worst roommate experience, in my opinion. Well, I'm not gonna say the worst. It wasn't the worst, but I've never had to live with anybody. I never had to have that type of situation go down. So I was just like, I can't handle this. For one, he didn't talk. I'm talkative. You see, I'm talking a hell of a lot right now. And for me, it's like I can't be in a room that is silent all the time. It just comes across as negative. Or when I did talk, I got ignored, straight up ignored. And I'm just like, the fuck? I just felt disrespected. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And I was really friendly. I used to be like, okay, you can use my TV, because he had a TV, but he had no cable. So I'm like, you can use my TV. I had a microwave. He didn't. You can use my microwave. I bought trash bags. You could put your trash in my trash bag. But we're just going to alternate taking it out. He didn't take it out, so I said, okay, don't put your trash in my trash bag anymore. He said, okay, cool. And then I just get fed up because, I have a YouTube channel, as you guys see. And I'm like, okay, can you give me like an hour to record or something tomorrow? No. What do you mean? No. I paid for this room too. Okay, but you're always fucking in it. He never left the room unless it was for a class. And I was just like, ugh. So, of course, we had issues with that. And then he was like, can I use your TV? And I said, no. He said, why? I said, because if I can't record, then you can't watch my fucking TV because it's mine. He turned the shit on anyway. So then, of course, we started arguing back and forth about that. And then, that died down a little bit, that drama. And then next thing you know, I have a hella snacks. And my mom set me up, y'all. That's all the vlogs. We went to Costco's. We got those bulk items. But, yeah, I had a box of Cheez-Its, and I'm just like, okay, let me get some Cheez-Its, because I didn't really eat them like that. I reach in the box. Why do I feel only fucking 10 bags in a box that had like 70? So I'm like, oh, God, please don't say this is what I'm thinking. And it's a past vlog talking about this too. You guys can see all this stuff on my vlog channel. Mind you, past videos, weekly vlogs. I'm not gonna front. They're not weekly because I slack, but I'm consistent. Not really. Sometimes I'm consistent, you guys. But yeah, so I text them. I'm just like, hey, so, I had Cheez-Its. What happened? Guys, cop this case on TeriqTheTitan, my gaming channel. It's going to be litty. It's lit. I have a t-shirt. I have coffee. Sorry. But yeah, caught my merchandise, y'all. So it was like, what happened? Did you, not what happened. I was like, so did you, happen to any chance eat some of my food? And he said, yeah, I took a few Cheez-Its. I'm like, bitch, a few? You took the whole fucking box. And then I'm like, okay, he just outright said it. And then he texted me back and said, my friend took some too. whoa, that's when you cross the fucking line. So he came in the room, and I was just like, he came in the room, and I was just trying to think, because I was like, how do I react? Do I fucking fight you and get kicked out of school? Do I throw something at you? Do I eat your shit? Like, what do I do to you? Here, my friend Micah texted me. I'm like, what do I do to you? I don't know. I'm the type of person I like to retaliate. So I'm just like, you know, when I don't do anything, something goes off in my head, and it's like, fucking mission failure, mission incomplete, because I'm just like, I need a fucking, you know. So when he came in the room, and he was just like, oh yeah, I ate some of your stuff, and I was just like, okay, so first of all, that's never gonna happen again, because that's my shit. That's not, and he just didn't understand it, and I just had to break it down to him so many fucking times. I had to spell it out. And we had this really big fight because we went to dinner. And he's still, like, I saw him with the friend who told me stole my shit. And I'm just like, oh, I see thieves stick together, huh? And he was like, what do you mean thieves? And I'm like, you, thief number one, fucking thief number two, together. I just had to, like, really break it down to him. I'm like, first of all, you don't fucking talk to me. When I'm in a room, you're not welcoming. And we're not friends, so what the fuck makes you think that I'm comfortable with you touching my shit? First of all, that lets me know that you're on my side of the room. The way the rooms are set up is so tiny. So I'm like, what makes you think that we're cool enough for you to go on my stuff and touch it, first of all, and eat it, and then openly admit to it, and then share some shit with your friend? Mind you, the friend, when he came over to the room, they weren't even talking. I'm like, this is your friend, and you're not even talking. You don't offer your friend anything to drink. Every time people come to my room, I offer them a snack or drink if I have it. And I was like, you know, you want some Cheez-Its or anything? He said, no. So I said, okay. And I left a bag out for him. I said, in case you change your bag. One fucking bag. And you tell me he took several. Bitch, that's stealing. I don't care if I offered you, I don't care if I offered you a bag. I offered you one bag, not fucking 5, first of all. So he just tried to say, you're just mad because you're fat and you can't eat your cheese. And I said, no, bitch, I'm mad because you're a fucking thief. It was just stupid. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot and you deserve to get shitted on every day because you don't understand the fucking basic fucking rules of common courtesy. Like, the fuck? And then the next thing that made living with him hell was that he was trifling. He was nasty. He left mess everywhere. Food boxes would be all over the place. One time I did say something about the trash. He said, that's his side. I can tell him what to do with his stuff. So I'm like, you know what, bitch? You're right. But it's just bad because you come into the room, it looks bad on both parts, even though my side was always clean. The one thing I hate is a filthy fucking person. I know it makes it look like I have mess right here, but I really don't. My couch is cleaned off. The living space is cleaned off. I just have a lot of... First of all, let's be clear. I live with 5 other people. Half of the shit is not mine. That little closet right here, this is mine. That other stuff, these bags and stuff, not mine. So my living area, it looks like it's a lot in the background, but it's really not. I keep a fucking I don't know what to say. I keep a clean fucking place. So I'm like, the fact that you're dirty, then he didn't shower, then he left, I was looking around the room one day and I seen he left underwear out and it had a big ass shit stain. I was like, perfect opportunity. Bitch, you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. I took a picture and I uploaded the shit to Twitter. I know, petty. What can you do about it? But, yeah. So that was that. And I really hated him. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm a fan of Harry Potter. And I had a Harry Potter book. And me and my roommate even bonded over Harry Potter because he wanted to learn about it. And I told him all about it. And that was the one time I could say we actually had fun for a whole weekend. It was snowing outside and everything. School got closed. And we binge watch Harry Potter. And I had a good ass time because I fucking love Harry Potter anytime that it's on. And I had the Harry Potter, you know, the new book, The Cursed Child, the play was not my favorite. But nonetheless, it's fucking Harry Potter. You don't fuck with it. And I look over at the book and it's like slouched. I'm just like, what's wrong with it? And I mentioned this in a past vlog and everything. But you know, long story short, the book was ruined. It was completely drenched. And mind you, it's a hardcover. And it was like bent. It was so drenched. And I'm like, how can it get so fucking wet? And I asked him, I said, do you know what happened to this? And he said, no, maybe the window was leaking. Well, it's like 7 other books leaning against the window. Why aren't they wet? And I'm pretty sure if there was that much water, because the book was fucking ruined. Pretty sure if there was that much water leaking from the window, we would have known about it, especially because we have outlets right there by the window. So it wasn't really making sense to me. And I felt like he was trying to cover up for something that he did because we got into a little argument or something. I don't know, because he said I like to argue. Maybe. But if I'm coming from, I argue with people that I like, which is weird. Like my friends, sometimes I mess with them on purpose just to see if they care. But other people, I really don't give a fuck to argue. So if I argue with you, it's a fucking reason, because you don't piss me off or I felt disrespected. So that's that's really the only reason why I'm arguing with him. But I called my mom because I was shaking. I was so angry because I'm like, this is my book. I can't, this shit is terrible. What the fuck? And and she was like, calm down. Don't do nothing crazy. You got one more week of school. So I'm just like, you're right. Because I really, when I say I want to be like, I was ready to fucking attack. But so I low-key blamed him for the book, and he was like, I see what you're getting at. You always blame me for shit. I'm like, because, bitch, you did it. If you did one thing, bitch, I'm going to think you fucking did the other. Like, duh. The fuck? I just really, really hate him. So that's that. I didn't fuck with my roommate. Still won't to this day. Oh, I had some slight drama in my friend group. People coming and go. If they weren't there, people are here for a season. Literally, the fucking semester. Whoop, semester's over with. We're not friends, And that's all I had to say about it, because I know they'd be like, oh, you're quick. Let me get centered, first of all. I know some people would be like, oh, you're quick to throw shade. You throw shots, I'm going to throw shots back. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I had some drama within my friend group. Were they really friends to begin with? Let's just be honest. I just met you. I didn't care that much. I still don't. I'm just being nice. But moving on past that one, it was some dumb drama. All this stuff has been mentioned before in past vlogs. So check that out if you guys want to know more in depth. In professors. Fucking professors. They like to be called professors, not teachers. I didn't really have a lot of issues other than with two of my professors that I absolutely hated, which was, I'm not going to say her name, but my freshman seminar, it's like a class that is required for every freshman to take at Bowie State. She was an asshole. She was just a bitter, old-ass lady, and I was just like, what's wrong with you? Every day, I came in late all the time, but that's because my first class, it was 11, it wasn't even 10, but it was 11, I was just like, oh, couldn't make it. And it was far. That building was far from where I was staying. It was a fucking hike. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to be late. I faded. So she would always be like, Mr. Thompson, you late again? I'm like, I know. I didn't think there was anything to say. And she said I was always being smart at the mouth. I'm trying to get centered. I feel like I'm never centered. She said I was trying to get smart at the mouth. And I'm like, I promise you, I'm not. I just didn't know what else to say. I'm like, I know I'm late. What else is it? And I always went back and forth with her because I'm just like, you keep picking on me and keep attacking me. Or every time there's a question, she come to me and I'm like, my hand wasn't raised. I know, but I called on you. Okay, bitch, I don't know the answer though. So I just felt like she kind of embarrassed me a lot, but it's okay because I embarrassed her ass too. A professor of mine that I didn't like was my computer application literacy or whatever class, technology, something like that. I did not like him because he was old. I really like taking an old professor. Oh, they really pissed me off. It made me hate old people, especially him. I walked in class. He's so rude and he was so mean. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? You can't ask him for anything. Can you not read? Yes, I can read. It's on the board. Read it then. Okay, I know it's on the board, but I want you to clarify because what you wrote wasn't fucking clear. And he used to be like, oh, well, ask one of your classmates. They don't know either, bitch, because it's unclear. And he used to be like, well, I can't help you. He was just so rude. Sit down, get out of my face. He was just so rude. He was a bully. He picked on all of us, especially when we had to present. And he knew that some people were nervous. He would listen out to people who were nervous and then call them up there and then attack them. If I'm doing a presentation, please do not cut me off midway so you can tell me, you should have did it. Wait to the fucking end and then give your review, bitch, because you haven't even seen the whole fucking presentation. He was an asshole. I hated his test. I just hated everything about him. He was hunchback and he looked like Frederick Douglass. So, he was just irritating. I'm like, Frederick Douglass was, how long ago? Get into the fucking 21st century. But, yeah, I really hated that computer science teacher. But other than that, I had some cool teachers. I had my African American history teacher was Caucasian. That was interesting. Sometimes he would make little comments that wouldn't seem like the right one to make at the time. You just be like, do I get angry? Do I laugh? Or do I stay silent? I don't know. Like, when the first day of class, he said, what do you consider yourselves? African American? And we was like, Yeah, it was like, American. I was like, oh, okay. Negro. And I was just like, fuck, Negro. And then he was like, back in my day, it was Negro. And I'm like, okay, but we're not back in your day. We're fucking today. And we're called African Americans. So it was like, sort of like, you know, he would say little stuff like, he was asking me what I wanted to do for my project. And I said, I was thinking about Nat Turner. And he was like, are you trying to scare me? You guys don't know Nat Turner was a slave who held a slave revolt and basically killed a whole bunch of white folks. So he was like, you trying to scare me? I was like, no. And then one time he even asked me if I was free. And I was just like, I think so. And I did not know how to respond to that. I was like, am I free? Maybe. I don't know. Now that Trump is in office, are we free? I don't know how to answer that. But yeah, I thought he was cool until I saw my final grade after school was over. I bust my ass for this last, especially for the last few weeks in the final. I did good on every test except for one. And I looked at my grade. He gave me a freaking 79. And I could have made Dean's List. I could have made Dean's List for the second time in a row. And he did not bump my grade. I needed a few points to get an 80. And he gave me a 79.2. What kind of shit is that? So he gets a low score and rate my professor. And you guys also, incoming freshmen, check out Rate My Professor. I'm going to do another video talking about, this is just a story time, talking about my college freshman experience, but I'm going to do another video around, you know, the end of summer, telling freshmen, you know, tips on how to deal with your roommate, and also, you know, tips for the incoming freshmen, because I know you guys would like to see that. And yeah, so freshman, yeah, the food, I hated the food, even though I gained a lot of weight. Freshman 15, more like fucking freshman 45. But yeah, it was crazy. It was a lot. I felt like I was depressed and angry every day. Like, 1 year of college will teach you so much in 4 years of high school, I promise you. You think high school was hard, you ain't seen nothing yet till you're thrown into a university, especially when you're on campus and you're stuck to fend for yourself. No parent that you can talk to. Like, I mean, yeah, you can call them up, but you want that contact. The phone, you don't know if they're busy, what they're doing, and it's just like, you just want that face-to-face contact. So it's just like, I'm here, I'm alone, I gotta make friends. You know, freshmen, we weren't allowed to have cars, so it was like, I can't leave this campus. I'm stuck on this campus. I hate it here. I don't have a job. I have no money coming in. Books are like, you spend $400 on books, and have the books you don't even use. It's just crazy. They require you to buy stuff. You only use the book once, but the shit was $200. What? Like, first semester, I spent $700 on my books. Second semester, I didn't buy all the books because I realized I probably won't use it, and if I need it, I'm gonna just ask somebody else. And I also went to Shag.com and I rented a book that was much cheaper, and I, you know, suggested you guys do that too because it's lit. The book in the bookstore was $90. I spent fucking $16 on Shag. Talk about a deal. But yeah, freshman year was. It was crazy. I was always upset. I just felt like, because I'm the type of person, when I'm surrounded by the people or the things that make me upset and I can't escape from it, it just makes me so, I just have all this built up anger and frustration and depression built up, and I just got so upset, and I was just upset every day. But people couldn't always tell because I try to keep a, you know, smile. But I was literally upset because when I got into that issue with my friend group, it put so much, you know, pressure on me. Plus, I couldn't escape the person because they were always around. And it's like, okay, these are my friends. I don't want to leave them. And then I got these people who I'm not cool with, and they say stuff, I say stuff, and it's like the tension is still there because things were never talked about. And it's just like, I can't get over certain stuff because I'm still there. But right now, I'm over the shit, man. I'm over it. To be quite honest, I'm over it. But I'm not going to forget, but I'm over it. But in that moment, it was like, I can't get over it because I'm constantly surrounded by it. Same thing with my roommate. I can't get over the fucking Cheez-Its because I'm still living with the person who did it. And then I know you guys are like, why didn't you change your roommate? I thought about it, and my grandmother was like, you know, you never know who you might get. The next person might, you know, eat all your shit and won't give a fuck at all. And I'm just like, you know what, you're right. Or they might be a weed head, because I lived in a building with so many weed heads every damn day. I woke up at 9 in the morning, go to the bathroom, and they hotbox in the bathroom. First of all, this is supposed to be a dry campus. No alcohol, no drugs. And second of all, the number one rule is don't do anything in the building of that sort. And they always did it, and it pissed me off, because I'm like, people live here, Fire alarm go off, we all have to get up. If it's enough smoke, sprinklers are gonna go off, and then if my shit get ruined, somebody's gonna have hell to pay, because that shit not cool. I don't want to be in the shower. What if I had asthma? What if I'm a recovering cancer patient? Y'all just smoke everywhere. I can't breathe. That is really rude and disrespectful, and I just hated smelling that stuff every day. Why can't you go in the parking lot or go on the basketball court like I did? But it's just really crazy. I hated that part. And, my grandmother was like, just, see, because the grass isn't always green on the other side. And right now, I was able to handle it, because he wasn't a talker anyway. So it's not like I was arguing all the time. We had a few arguments, but he didn't fucking talk. So it's like, he was just annoying. And when I did try to change my roommate, because I was like, I don't give a fuck, I hate him. My RA was like, the RA is the person who on your floor who's supposed to be in control of everything. They're a student too, but they're just supposed to be in control of everything. He told me we didn't have a roommate agreement, so we couldn't do that. And plus, there wasn't you had to have someone that's willing to switch with you, and no one really wanted to switch. So I was stuck, and I did the roommate agreement, and I was really petty on that paper. And then the roommate agreement was like, what do you want to share? I said, nothing. And they was like, side notes. I said, it's mine, and not yours. Because I was really petty and angry. Because I'm like, bitch, you got it fucked up. This is mine, not yours. I said back to my mom, please let me go home for the weekend so I could just escape this shit. And she did sometimes, but not all the time. And I wasn't able to do a lot of my YouTube stuff, but, I still try to do it. And it was just, I don't know. College isn't for everybody. I went through so many different thoughts about, is this really what I want to do? I had to change my major. When I first started out, my major was animation. Now I'm a communications major with a communications major with a focus in broadcast journalism. So yeah, I want to do producing and movie producing and TV show producing, game producing, all that good stuff. And my first major was animation, because I wanted to do, video games. But I figured, do I really want to do that? That's hard. You got to sort of know people to get into that career field. If I'm producing, I can go to LA, Atlanta, Florida, like different places, even though I really don't want to go to Florida. That's just a personal preference. I don't really like Florida like that. But, I was like, I could probably make something out of myself with this. And I like to create things, which I'm creating now. I already started little productions, so I'm learning how to edit. And, I'm really liking this lifestyle of, like, this kind of shit. And I like to entertain. So I'm just like, I can see myself making movies and videos and, all that good stuff. It's going to be lit. So I can't wait for that career to start and me actually working with my major, because right now I'm just taking general courses, I went through many stages of not knowing what I wanted to do, and then also asking myself, is college really for me? And I was just like, it just made me so depressed, because I'm like, it's just a constant wake up, go to sleep, do homework, eat. It's so hard to maintain a social life, a healthy diet, even though I wasn't healthy. I mean, just eating in general, sleep, schoolwork, family time. It was just so hard to maintain all that. And it's like, the work isn't really hard. It's just they pile so much stuff on you at one time in a short amount of time. It just became so much, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm so stressed. And I want to tell you, I was so stressed. I had little bad mental thoughts. I was like, I hate myself. I hate my life. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I was like, snap out of it. You're not. I'm not gonna say crazy, but because I may be a little bit crazy, but I'm like, you're not. This shit is not gonna affect you that much. This is just another obstacle that you're gonna get over, and you're gonna continue on with life. So, for people who get really stressed out, you can get depressed in college. It happens. I mean, it happened with me. This is my story. I went through that, and I went through many times asking myself, are the people that surround me good energy? Are they good for me? I know there's a few people I'm just like, I really like them. I want to continue to be around them. And if you have to question it, then we probably shouldn't be around each other. But you know. Because I genuinely would say I really like you. I say stuff like, I really like you. But if I don't want to say stuff like that, I'm gonna be like, You should know. Or I'm still trying to fill you out. But yeah, I just hopefully my second year will be much more positive. I have a single, no longer living with a roommate, because I was like, after that experience, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not. I refuse. I refuse to have another nasty ass, trifling ass, dirty ass, rat ass, dumpster juice ass, bottom of the barrel ass roommate. I swear, I refuse. Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for listening to my story. If you guys want any more videos like this, story time, I have so many great stories to tell you. And also, I'm recording this on Father's Day. It probably won't come up until next month. I tell you, I'm so behind on recording and editing because I work also. And when I'm not working, I'm tired. I only get like 2 days off, and I sleep half the day. And then you know, I'm doing stuff with my family and my niece, so it's just like, it's hard for me to, you know, balance it all out. But I'm trying, though. But I'm going to try to get these videos out there for you guys to see. And yeah, it's litty. Like, seriously. So let me know you guys want to see more story times. I got stuff about my mom and my dad, my family, my friends, myself. So many crazy, funny, hilarious story time videos. So let me know if you guys really are interested in those. Like this video, share it, wherever you guys like to share videos at. Comment down below and let me know about your freshman experience and if you share any similarities. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos about college, because it was a lot that went down. Peace, everybody. Thanks for watching. Love you all so much. Bye.